Welcome into the Divas Dish, and I have two people here that are not divas, but they are going to tell us about some fantastic things going on in our area. Just about almost at a mile, just about an hour north of Greenville is a wonderful area called Tryon, North Carolina. And I'm going to bring in Kurt. You're going to tell us about the Tryon Film Festival. Then I'm going to get to Dal a little bit later because Dal's involvement in the Tryon Film Festival and the film in our area. We're gonna talk about that as well. But welcome in, Kurt. How are you? Let's talk about the film festival, how it came about, how you and Bo decided this needs to happen in this area.
Well, I really have to give a whole lot of credit to Bo because he's been in the live show business for many years. He was a visionary. He was very interested in turning Tryon into a film-ready community. He worked with some of those, like the Living Dead down in Georgia and a number of things like that. And so he moved to Tryon with this vision of really wanting to create a film-ready film production town. And so I was here doing videography and writing novels and enjoying this beautiful town when I met Bo. And we just came up with this idea of how can we generate film production in Western North Carolina? We came up with this idea, if we can't go see the filmmakers, we need to bring the filmmakers here. And so we just came up with this idea of doing a film festival, which we did not know at all what we were doing. We didn't know anything, but we were dumb. We were ignorant. And that kind of got us through it. And so our first film festival, which was back in 2015, this is our first banner we had, was launched, and it was a real success. And then beyond that point, we're on our seventh now. And then prior to the whole thing, we did in-town red carpet screenings at our vintage theater in Tryon, which is unbelievable. And so it has been an ever unraveling dream that's fiscally completely irresponsible of us to be doing. But what we've done is we've created this nice trending, especially due to the character of our town, film festival. And it's international in nature and now virtual. And so it's just amazing. It has been an amazing thing, and we're excited every single year we do it.
As a filmmaker, how the town opens up and just welcomes everybody in. I mean, there's always like some event, come in, have a glass of wine, see this little store. Everybody kind of opens their doors, and it's always a fun experience as a filmmaker just to have the whole town get involved and welcome you.
Yeah, and we've been involved with Dal for a while. The first time I heard about Dal is there was a big excitement over a film that he did called Bound. Mm-hmm. And I heard about it. And I just went after him. And the next thing you know, he's been involved with our film festival. He was a judge, and he was a winner in one of our film festivals. And then, so he's bringing back his beautiful film and a lot of the Greenvillians to our beautiful town up here.
Can't wait.
I'm excited about that. And that's a perfect segue into Dal. Dal, I've known you for quite some years. I actually finally got to work with you 2 years ago on the film we're talking about, Rescued. You called me up and you said, I know you're a broadcaster in real life, but how would you feel, since you work with dog rescues, if you'd like to come in? And I've had my own IMDb page and act for years, and my sons both act, and so now they have it. So Charlotte Bell, my dog, who is a rescue, got to be in the film as well. So now she's asking for her own IMDb page. Thanks a lot, Dal.
Well, sorry to make another diva in the family there.
Yes, we have enough.
No, you did great. You're in a very important first scene in the film. It's a small role, but it's a very important role. And so I was grateful to have a chance to work with you. Hopefully we can do it again. And yeah, this film, Rescued, is all about finding unexpected or second chances in the most unexpected of places. And one of those is when our main character in this film decides to adopt a dog, rescue a dog from the Humane Society. And it really kind of sets him on a path that he never expected, and relationship with another family, the dog's former family. So it's a really interwoven drama of a film. And I don't know why I'm stumbling so much here. Normally I'm able to just spit it out and pitch the film wonderfully. But today I'm here at the lovely St. Augustine Beach down in Florida, and I've got palm trees on the brain. But anyway, it's going to be a great film. Everybody who's seen it has had wonderful things to say about it. Tryon's going to be the first film festival that we're screening it at. So we're super pumped about it, and I can't wait to share it in Tryon's theater. It's a beautiful theater. What does it have, about 200 seats in it, Kirk?
I think it's more. I'm not sure. I think it might be somewhere around, I'm just going to throw out like 250.
Okay.
And it's got an old balcony in it, and it's been completely refurbished, and it's been in complete operation since many years, the 30s. And so it's just beautiful, and it's right down in the heart of Tryon.
One of the first things you see when you drive in, it's got the old school facade with the two sides of the triangle with the it looks like a small town movie theater should look, and it's great inside. We got a brand new 5.1 mix on the film too, so it's going to sound fantastic when we get to see it on the big screen.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it. The theater uses this digital cinema packages, or DCP format. And so all the films that are going to be showing at that theater are going to be ingested into the projection system and projected in its best quality. So that's the beauty of all of our full-length features at the theater. But then at the Tryon Fine Arts Center on the other side of town, we have several screening venues, and that's where our big gala is going to be. And so it's going to be a real artsy event, but it's also a big dog-friendly town. And we have a great sponsor, Tito's Vodka, and they're big dog-friendly. So we're going to have a lot of dog bling, and we're going to have it's going to be really fun for Dell's film coming in on a Sunday afternoon right before the award ceremony. And so this whole town just lights up. I mean, we couldn't do this in any other town, because we used to have, under normal times, we'd have 6 to 7 screening venues going at once. Now, in this particular point, we've got, I think, 4 screening venues at the Fine Arts Center and 1 screening venue, obviously, at the Tryon Theater. But then up and down the streets, we're going to have parties day and night, bands. It's just, we love it. It just brings this town alive.
It's a very unique festival experience. I've been to a lot of them, and Tryon definitely does it well.
Perfect time of year for it. Perfect location. It's a gorgeous area. You've got the leaves changing. I mean, it was like it's almost the set. You just planned the set perfectly, Kirk.
Good. I'm glad.
So let's talk. I want to talk to you, Kirk, and then I want to get back to you, Dal, about someone from our area that's also nationally known on the football scene that we were fortunate to have in the film. He's no longer with us, but we're going to talk about the mission behind Rescued and something that he was passionate about as well. But let's talk about some other things. You've said you've got the gala, you've got the Tito's sponsored, and by the way, Rescued official drink. By the way, that's right up my alley. So thumbs up on that one. At the website, they can go to Tryon International.
The best place really to start would be go to the film festival, and you see this thing that says, first of all, right now, they can see all the films. They can preview a lot of the films in our Festival platform, which is when you go there, you're going to see all the films that are available. You can read, and we're interviewing all the directors, and that's going to be included before and after the films, and a Q&A from Diana DeRosa up in New York, who's interviewing all these people all over the world. And so from there, you can buy tickets. That'll link you over to the Fine Arts Center. And then after the film festival's done, so again, it starts on Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. But then Monday morning for an entire month, many of these films are going to be available online to watch at your leisure. And so we've got more than 50 films to look at. Now, there's a few that we can't just because they're in distribution and they can't allow, to be on a platform that long, like Cowboys, an American documentary portrait, which is wonderful. I mean, can you see the excitement in my eyes?
I can tell.
I mean,
I can see it.
No, this is serious. So we've got some great films, And so you can get all your information, from going to our website, TryonInternationalFilmFestival.com.
I'm so excited. And like you said, now, how many submissions from how many countries do you have? How many different submissions from different countries, I guess you should say?
From last count, and it's at least 25 countries. Wow. 25 countries. Yeah. And we get a lot from the UK. We get a lot from Iran. Over the years, we've got some unbelievable Iranian films. This year, we're getting some from Spain. Some of these films that we have are so production quality. They're so perfect that you can't believe it. High budget films. Over the years, we've had films from Robert Redford in our film festival, which is amazing. American Epic was a film that he produced and narrated. We almost got a fantastic film this year, but we didn't get it. Didn't come through. But that was a Led Zeppelin documentary, but we didn't get that one because it went to Venice.
I think you got a fantastic film after all, though. I'm kidding.
We did. Into the Light is a big arts film. Mm-hmm. We're flying this guy down, or he's coming down from New York, and it's called Into the Light. You can see the trailer on that. And so the gala is going to be unbelievable. It's like magic. You pull up. It's a Tito's sponsored thing. And it's outside. We're having it out. This is an important thing here because we're all concerned, obviously, about COVID, and
yes,
as we know. So we're offering two options at the gala. You can be inside and outside. So if you want to watch the film outside, you can do so at the amphitheater. And if you want to go inside of the amphitheater and spread out and watch this, we've got a great comedian coming in. So you can do so. We're really building options so people can feel safe. They don't have to go inside; they can be outside. And then throughout the life of the festival, most of the screenings are not packed during the festival proper. You know what I mean? So the individual shorts and things like that, there's a lot of room to spread out and that kind of thing. But the gala is a packed, sold-out event, which it will be. But still, you'll have options to be inside and out.
I love the idea. All right, Dal, I'm going to get back to you on Sam Weish. Let's talk about his involvement, something he was passionate about because he was a heart recipient.
Yeah, organ transplant, organ donation is one of the themes of the film, one of the major plot points in the film. And so I'd worked with Sam years ago before his heart transplant. He had to have a heart transplant to save his life a number of years back. And I reached out to him. I had this character in mind for him, who's the main doctor, the transplant doctor in this film, and asked him if it was something that he was interested in doing. And he was like, "Yeah, definitely." Because the more, whatever I can do to spread awareness, I want to take part in. So Sam was a joy to work with on set. Like he telling stories about playing in Super Bowls, coaching in Super Bowls, and just all of the rich life that he led. And whenever we weren't filming, myself included, we were all kind of huddled around Sam, just kind of listening to him tell stories. I know there's a highlight of a lot of the people on the set, and we were all really devastated when we lost him in January of 2020. We were actually going to have a post-credit little 30 for 30 kind of interview with Sam about his journey, and to just kind of push more people to learn more about organ donation in the credits while the credits rolled. Unfortunately, with his passing, we weren't able to do that. But we do have a little pre-credit scene now where we kind of pay tribute to Sam and also to Lucy, who played the dog in our film, who also passed away in 2020 before we were able to get some of the we were going to go back and shoot some just cut-in shots of the dog whenever we got a master cut. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go back and do that because we lost Lucy as well.
Sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. But like you said, I didn't have any scenes with Sam, but I'd seen him and met him at so many different events. And it was, he loved telling the stories. He always said, "You want to try on my ring? You'll want to try on my ring." He would insist, Kirk, if you've never had a chance to meet him, he was just this ball of energy. He's like, oh no, you got to try on the ring and you've got to hold it up just this way. And I have so many pictures of me and friends like that. It's just, he was just a joy, and he loves spreading light. And so I think it's a tribute to who he was to have him in this film, and especially in such a pivotal role.
Yeah.
I lived in Greenville for many years, going back to the 70s through about 2008. And I remember he was a big name in Greenville, and I never had a chance to meet him. But when I found that he was in that film, that was just an added gift. And then the other thing is we have the Foothills Humane Society, which is heavily focused on this film as well. And so we're a big dog community. And so we're expecting a good turnout. And when we go into the rescue mode, I mean, we're talking, really with our film festival this year, we're really focusing on good, nice, upbeat films. But we do have a film called Second Responders, which is about COVID. Now, everybody's lived COVID and can appreciate what's going on. So a lot of films come in, but this one film came in, and it's just a really great, heartfelt story about these second responders, these people that work in hospitals and deliver food to rooms, chaplains, this, that, and the other, and the amount of stress that these people are under. And it's just a great, heartfelt film about rescue. And so, that's just one of the many films that we've got. So we're excited.
I'm excited. It's like I've gone through the website, and I've looked through the different links and the different things that you've sent me, and all the B-roll. And I'm excited to see everything up close and personal, put it all together in my head, because I have the little clips now. But like I see, obviously the trailer is designed to make you want to go in and see something, but you want more and more and more. And so that's exactly what people need to see, because especially there's so much art being created, not only in our area, but all over the world, that people don't get to see beyond the big budget cinema. And people need to see there's so much beautiful art being created each and every day, and everyone has a story.
You can't stop it. And I think as a writer myself, the more, and probably with you, Dal, the more stressed I am about life and things like that, seems the deeper I can reach into my creative, need box and grab things and stuff. So the films just keep coming in, and they're remarkable. But there really has been a slowdown in major motion picture production. I mean, just because people haven't been doing it. So we got a lot of films in, but it's a different year. You can tell that.
So we are looking at 7 years of the Tryon Film Festival. What do we see going on for the next 7? How would you like to see it grow?
Well, that's a good question, because Bo and I have always thought that our film festival can be a notable film festival in the film festival circuit around the world, because we are very unique. We're a neat little town that can mobilize, where, you can really create a town feel for this thing. So just like out Sundance, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we want to get more into a market festival where we have a lot of distributors here. We have a lot of camera manufacturers. We want to have a conference kind of activity going on, which we're building towards. But we really want to be, we're IBMD festival. We're trying to get on the British BBC or whatever they call it. There's a British, help me out here. But, depending on how many films that we get from the United Kingdom, we qualify to be on that circuit as well. But, filmmakers generally like to go to film festivals where they can market their films, where they can find distributors. And we're starting to build that relationship with distributors around the country, like Sony and FilmRise and a number of distributors and stuff. So that's our goal. We want to be an Oscar stop.
There you go.
And that and there's a definition to that. It depends on how many years we've been doing this, the number of named people that we've had in our film festival. So we want to be and that we are a market festival as well. To be an Oscar stop, you've got to be qualified as a market where people can go actually really and try to sell their films. And so that's our goal. And we think we can do it. Again, we're crazy, but we think we can do it.
Now, if someone told you 7 years ago, you're going to need to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, you'd be like, what?
No, we didn't. We did not know what we were doing until we found out. We talked to a filmmaker down in Georgia. His name's Kevin Powers. And this goes out to him, as he told us about some things we needed to know about. Like, for instance, there's some submission platforms that we use. One is called there's one was called Out of Box, but we use Film Freeway. So this is a portal where filmmakers can go submit their films to film festivals all around the world. We didn't know anything about that, and we still thought we could do it. And it was like we were dumb. But
not dumb.
Our first
you had that little
was
seed planted in you. You manifested it. It happened, and it's just going to keep growing because you just keep you keep saying, "Hey," you keep going back to the well, and you've got a muse speaking in your ear somewhere saying, "Hey, you need to do this. It's in you to create art." That I mean, you're not being true to yourself if you're not creating art. That's the way I look at it with myself.
We had a film with Laura Dern in it that won a couple years ago. I was on the phone one time in the middle of the night with Cecilia Peck. I wasn't talking to her, but we were texting one another. Gregory Peck's daughter. Now, a lot of people maybe don't know who he is because I'm getting old, but that was very exciting. We've had a number of filmmakers, and that it's just that every single year is different. That's the beauty of it. And in every single year, we have some kind of theme. Last year was We Take You There. And I'm not sure what ours is now. We still take you there, but we do. We can where we couldn't go out of the houses and even go into the theaters, over a 30-day period. Now we'll be able to take you all over the world and just, introduce you to the best story in the world. But if you've got bad direction, you got bad lighting, bad camera, bad sound, bad story, well, it can fail. But that's why we love these filmmakers so much, because they put all their passion in. I love to watch Dal work too. I mean, he never wears pants. He wears shorts all the time.
Yeah.
Well, only on set. You got to be comfortable, and you find what works best for you. Shorts and a good pair of sneakers and a t-shirt. That's my on-set apparel. You
I had another film director friend tell me that I made fun of him for always wearing cargo shorts. And he goes, think about it. I'm on set. I put stuff in my pockets. I have a script here. If I need loop, I need this, that, and the other, I can grab what I need. And he's like, it's like my man purse. So I started calling his man purses.
It's just fun to watch Dal because he's so organized, and he really runs his production, like he should, very scheduled. And it's fun to see that. You can tell that the people who are working with him, the people that are working with him, hang on, absolutely love what they're doing. And some directors, they can be like, oh boy, this is a drag. That's where filmmaking looks painful. But Bo makes it look, but Dal makes it look fun.
Definitely.
Well, I just try to get the folks in the zone to where we get the performance out of them that translates on screen, where when you see it, you believe it. And when it all comes together with, like you said, the light, the sound, the picture, the performance, the music at the end, when it all comes together and you see it on screen, and you're looking around a theater and you see people reacting, and you see that emotion on their faces while they're watching what's on the screen, it works. So I'm just grateful that I'm able to put all those pieces together somehow with a lot of help, and just create stories that people are impacted by and want to keep coming out and seeing.
Creative souls. You've got to create, or you're just not being true to yourself. And getting back to something Kirk said, I do not want to live in a world where people ever not know who Gregory Peck is. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Well, talk to my.
I'm looking forward to it. It is coming up October 8th through the 10th. Rescue will be screened at 5:00 on the 10th. But what time does the everything kick off on Friday, Kirk?
You don't quote me on this, but I believe it's going to be something like 6:00 at 6 p.m. on the 8th. Actually, we have filmmakers coming in on Thursday before, and we've got a lot of neat parties even before the thing starts. And then we all day on Friday we've got breakout sessions, and that leads up to our gala opening at the Fine Arts Center. And then we have our feature film, and then the next day, starting at around noon to 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night or whatever, we got films going. So we have little hospitality suites, so you can go from this place to that place to this place to that place. And then Sunday rolls along, and we have films like with Dells and coming. And then we have the awards ceremony at the Tryon Theater, and then we're done.
And then the virtual with a drink in your
for
hand.
30 days.
Yeah.
That's true. So it is just going to be cool.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be there, to be a part of it, and to see all the films. And so I'll have the website up for them. And I'm looking forward to being there this year and seeing the next 7 years and then the next 7 years and where it goes from there. So eventually I'd like to have one of my films in there. I just got to send my kids back to school at some point.
I know. Get them out of your hair.
No, I didn't realize this was like a lifelong commitment when you have kids. What?
Well, you should have thought of that.
Thank you both so much. And I look forward to the festival. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.